Hello. Excuse me. How are you doing today? Nice to see you here. I'm Libby from MFT, and this is my daily live during the countdown to Christmas daily deals. So, how are you today? Say hello if you're here in the comments so I know that you're here, and then I'll get going and talk about today's deal. Hi, Adriana, and create something. I'm going to do something a little mixed media-ish today because some of you yesterday said that you would like to see that. So I figured why not? Might as well branch out a little and try something a little different. So are you guys ready for the weekend? I'm so glad it's Friday. Although I'm going to be live again tomorrow and Sunday. So I'll keep seeing you here. Hi, Debbie from Canada. Nice to see you. Hello, everybody. So I'm joining on both the MFT Facebook page and YouTube channel. I can see both of your comments regardless of which place you are here in the comments. Hi, Brienne. Hello, friend. How are you? I'm going to be using something that you've used a lot of lately. That's Hero Paste. Hi from Minnesota. Hi, Candy. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about today's deal on the MFT website. There's been a different deal every day for 12 days. We're on day 5, I think. So today we have Flash Sale Friday, and it's 2 ways to save. You can do 40% off on products in the Heart and Love category. And then there's also spend $25 on anything on the site and you get a free paper pad. And there's a lot of great paper pads. So lots of fun things that you could take advantage of if you care to. And so I'm going to play with, let me grab it here. So I talked about this yesterday with the backgrounds. Turns out this one's on special again. It's the scripty romance background that I love because this is also in the love, hearts and love category. So it's on sale again today, or it's part of the deal. It's on sale. I guess yesterday you could have got it for free if you had purchased one of the cover-ups, but today it's on sale. So I'm going to play with that and show how to press a background stamp like that into some embossing paste. So let me go ahead and switch over my camera. So, yeah, I love scripty type backgrounds too, Brienne. This one's pretty. There's also a type one that I love too. I don't think that's in the love category today, but I also pulled out a few other things that I know are in the love category just to give you some inspiration on fun things you could pick up if you wanted to. Hi, Peggy. I love this little bunny with the florals. He's so sweet. This is called Bunny Bouquet. Says, I'm gathering all my best wishes and sending them your way. Or if my love for you were flowers, it would be the world's largest bouquet. Sending you a huge bundle of love. So it has some love messages in there. So I think that's why it's in the hearts and love category, which is great. There's also this great love die with these tall, fun letters. Sorry for that glare of my light. This one I think I'm going to use today. This fun heart background. This one's called Hearts Entwined. Love it. And then some great messages too in the category. There's lots of others. There's like 60 things in the category. So make sure and check it out. You get to it by going to the mftstamps.com and then clicking the slider, the banner at the top that talks about the sale, and it'll take you right to the category of hearts and love. And this one is called Blooming with Love. And it's just some really great little messages in here that are so great and great to make message strips, sentiment strips with. So I thought that was great. Some of them are a little bit plant related, like I'll always pick you, you know, our love is in bloom, but there's lots of great things in there. This one is Essential Sentiments. And again, just really great strips of message that you can use on all kinds of things. I like this one. You're too awesome to be sick. I should have sent that to myself this week. Just kidding. You are my happy. That's so cute. Yay, you. And I loved that was so you of you. Isn't that cute? I love that message. You give me the feels. So lots of great messages in that one too. And then this one also was in the category. It's Everything Wonderful. So sending huge congratulations. Happy birthday, my friend. Know that God is in charge and all is well. In celebration of a wonderful friend, with my deepest sympathy, wishing you everything wonderful. Happy anniversary to a wonderful couple. Especially for you, dear friend, with all my heart, and I am beyond grateful for you. That's just such a great message set. I love it. And it's also in the sale category today, in the Flash Sale Friday. So it's called Everything Wonderful. So again, it's today only for the flash sale, and there's a different deal every single day for 2 weeks. So make sure you're checking it out and staying on top of all that. But we're going to do a little fun with this script background stamp today. So what I'm going to do is going to get out my little mat here that I keep using. And I'm going to use an embossing paste. It could be, there's all kinds of brands that have this stuff. The Crafters Workshop, I think, is right on the Hero Arts, the MFT website. But I'm using Hero Paste from Hero Arts, but any kind of paste would work just fine. And then I'm going to use a pink ink pad. I have the Cotton Candy ink pad here. And I'm just going to smush that down on my craft mat to get some ink to color my paste. So the paste is white, but I'm using the ink to color it a pink. So that's something you can usually, most pastes, I think you can do that with. If it's just a white paste, you can take ink, you can take your re-inker, you could take a liquid watercolor, all the different things that have pigment in them, have color in them, you can use to color some of the paste. Go ahead and put that down. And I just keep a little bit of press and seal on my little jar here. I do that with any kind of paste I have like that. It just helps to keep it nice and airtight and makes it last a little longer. Things with mediums like this is that they do dry out. So you need to use it or lose it. You don't want to try to keep it forever. You need to use the fun stuff because they aren't made to be lasting forever. They have a shelf life. I don't know. Use them or lose them is what I say about that. So I'm just taking a palette knife here and mixing in that pink ink to make it a pink paste. So that's the fun thing is you can use pretty much any ink pad to color your paste, any kind of paste you might have to match your project. So, if you're using the pink ink on something else on your project, you could have your paste match it perfectly. Of course, it is going to be maybe softer than it would be full strength stamped, but it's the same, what would that be? The same shade? I don't know. The same hue? I don't know. Same color family. All right. So I have my little, I don't know if you can even see. The lighting in here is just not great. I need to work on my setup a little, but you can see that there's pink in there. Hopefully it's coming across on the screen. There it is on the back of my palette knife. All right, so I'm going to take some cardstock. This is actually, this is scrap that I was playing on, but I'm going to use the other side of it. And this is a heavier, it's kind of a watercolor paper, a really smooth watercolor paper. You could use like a really heavyweight cardstock or a Bristol smooth or anything that's just a little bit heavier. Because this does warp it a little when you put all this paste directly on your cardstock. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it directly on here. I'm just going to spread it out with my knife. I'm not trying to make it any kind of particular shape. I'm just getting some on here. And this is a little different technique for MFT, I think, because a lot of it is, really beautiful, detailed Copic coloring and whatnot. And I'm doing kind of more of a mixed media thing today, but I love it. It makes me happy. All right. So I'm just kind of smoothing it out a little, but I like the texture. I'm not trying to make it totally smooth because texture is fun. All right. So I'm going to set this aside for a second. I'm going to just take a piece of scrap paper I have here. And I like to take whatever's left because I can't put that back in the jar, right? Because I've dyed it pink. And I just put this onto a piece of cardstock to clean off my knife a little. And this will be the starting point for another project later on with some cool background texture. And so I keep a whole stash of backgrounds like this that are just ready to go. See all that fun texture I put on there? So I'm just going to set that aside and that'll be for another day. But that's just what I do with my extra paste instead of just wasting it because why not? Why not start something with it? All right. So I'm going to clean up my palette knife. Clean off my sheet real quick. And this paste, depending on the brand, but this one dries fairly quickly. And so you want to clean up your tools and everything because on this craft sheet, it would come off easily. But if you're using it through a stencil, you'd want to clean it right away because when it hardens on, it can be really hard to get off. And that can be a bummer. All right. So now what I'm going to do to use my background stamp, I'm going to press my stamp right down into this paste that's on my paper. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to take a little spray bottle here and I'm going to spritz this with some water. I'm going to do it away from my sheet. You're not going to be able to see, but trust me, I'm just spritzing it a few times. And this just helps with the cleanup and, without ruining your stamp. And of course, I'm going to clean my stamp right away. I am not going to let that paste sit on my stamp. So I need to be ready to go with the cleaning once I get done. All right. So let's put it in and cross our fingers that it does something cool. So I'm just kind of gently pressing it in. Brienne cleaned her palette knife today. I am proud of you, my friend. Some of us mixed media peeps don't always do the cleanups like we should. All right. So can you see all that cool texture I left in my paste? This, of course, is not meant to be read. It's just fun texture in there. But I love how it can be real deep in some areas and then really light in some others. And it just makes all this variation of texture. It's so cool. So I'm going to set that aside to dry, clean my stamp. Like I mentioned, I don't want this to get messed up. And then I'll show you, I did just do this real quick yesterday on another panel that I have that's already dried. So I can show you what I'll do from there because this will take a little bit to dry. Probably by the time I finish this live, it'll be dry. Sorry for that squeaking noise I'm making. It's kind of unpleasant. Kind of like fingernails on a chalkboard. I just want to get all that paste out of there because I do not want it to mess up the next time I want to go stamp with this, right? But you can see it's good as new. No problem. No problem at all. All right. So here's the one that I did yesterday afternoon, right after my live yesterday. I went ahead and did this actually. And so here's this one that's all dry. Ooh, I hope that's coming through okay. It looked like I was, what am I trying to say? My connection was messed up for a second there. All right. Can you see all the texture in this one? So this is the exact same thing that I just did, but I did it yesterday. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that pink ink and I'm just going to go in and do a little ink blending around the edges. Let's see, get a blending brush. And I'm doing pink because love, you know, the theme of the sale today. Thought I'd go ahead and just stick with the pink theme. And I could have done this right on a pink piece of cardstock, actually, so I wouldn't have to go in and do the blending, but I'll just show you another medium again in a second that I'm going to add to this as well. But this is just something, you know, I love stamping with my background stamps because, you know, they make great, what am I trying to say? Oh my goodness, my brain is not cooperating today, but they make fun, quick, easy backgrounds. But I love doing other things with them as well. So I thought this was a fun technique. So whenever I see a cool pattern on a background stamp, I'm like, ooh, I want to press that into some paste. All right. Now another thing I can do is take a medium. Let me find it for a second here. Let me clean this off though. If you had a like a metallic paint, this could work, but hold on a second here. So this is a wax. This is from Hero Arts. It's called Hero Wax. I'm just going to take some of this on my finger, this gold, and I'm going to very lightly rub it over some of this texture on here to help it stand out a little, I guess. I'll hold this up in a second so you can see. But whenever you have texture like this, it's so fun to rub something over it. And I don't know if that's what that says, but it looks like it says Elizabeth right there in the text. And that's actually my name is Elizabeth. I'm like, wait a minute. All right, so look at how fun that is, right? With that little bit of wax on there on the gold, and it's making it stand out a little. My wax is a little dry on the dry side. Again, these mediums, you have to use them or lose them. I'm going to try to see if I can use that to do a little flicking of gold as well. I'm not sure I can. I might have to go find something else, like a Dina Wakley spray or something. But let us see if it can be done. The gold stuff is Hero Arts. It's called Hero Wax. I think you could do it with like a gold acrylic paint or something. You know, you could just take a little bit of it on your finger and go over the texture just like I did with the wax. Same kind of idea. All right, so now what I'm trying to do is get it wet so I can just do some splatters because I always am all about the splatters. This is getting so pretty. All right. So this is just ways you can take your, your fun stamps and stuff and use them just in a different way. Is what I'm trying to show you today. Combining with some other products. There's my little thing that I just made, with my extras. I'm going to go ahead and just add to that as well because why not? And when I have all this here, I hate to just not do something with it. I'm even going to try. I'm going to try and see if this will, Brienne, will this work? Can I smush into this? I don't know. I have a blob there. Let me try to get the blob smoothed out a little. Ooh. See, this is just another panel that I'm going to set aside for another day, but I like what it's looking like. So this is how I often create, okay? I just play. I don't even know where I'm going with it. I just get out the things and I do the do the things and see what happens. I get a little, I don't know. I don't mean to sound mean, but when people say, "Can I do this? Can I do this?" with a certain medium or a certain product they have, I'm like, don't ask can I, just try it and find out. You don't have to ask can I. But I get it. People are nervous about using things they're not familiar with. But the best thing you can do is just get out your products, get out your supplies and play and see where it will take you because it's fun. Right, Brienne? Try it and see. Yep. It'd be really cool if you die cut a word out of it. Ooh, that would be cool. I might have to do that with one of those panels I just made. All right, so now back to our so I have this going right with our gold and pink and all that texture from the background stamp that is on sale today. What is that actually called? Did I even say the actual name of it? It's Romantic Script Background is the name of that beautiful background stamp. But ooh, that's so pretty. So now what I was going to do was where did I put those products I had, you guys, that I was showing you? Oh, here they are. I was going to take that heart, the entwined heart, that I think is so pretty. Hearts entwined, I should say. And this I was going to cut out and put right over my background. So I know it's almost Christmas and I'm over here making a love card that looks like Valentine's or something, but hey, why not get a jump on it, right? It's going to be here in a blink. So, all right. The color for this, I did find in my stash this really, look at, you're going to see me in there. Hello. But this really gold mirror paper. I was going to try this and see. Actually, yeah, this is called Gold Shine. Gold Shine is the MFT paper. That's the gold mirror paper. Really pretty. All right, so I'm going to step to the side and die cut this really quick and see how it looks. Okay, hopefully that cut. My plates are kind of, but I put it through. Oh yeah, it came out so easy, no problem at all. But I put it back and forth through 3 times just for good measure. This would be a fun one to paper piece as well. All these little pieces are coming out, but look at how fun they are. It'd be fun to paper piece that all together. I love how delicate this is. I'm just trying to pop out all the little extra bits here. There. Oh, so pretty. So this is on sale today too. Like, let me even look. Hold on a second. I'm gonna, because the deals today are really, really good. So if you wanted to get some love, today's the day to do it. So this entwined heart, let's see here. $13.19 is all it costs today. That's a deal. That's a smoking deal, right? It's so pretty. So I was going to put that right on top of there. And I think what I'm going to do actually is staple it, which I don't know. Will that look weird with silver staples on my gold? I don't think so. I think it'll be cute. But I think I'm going to cut down my panel first because right now this is a full A2, I think. And I'm going to cut it down a little bit so that I can mat it onto something. So you got my Tim Holtz trimmer. And that wax dries fast, but it's still a little tacky right now, but that's okay. That's okay. So I think I'm going to go a little bit off the top and a little bit off the bottom on this side. Let's see. That's already, well, that was already a little bit trimmed. So maybe I don't need to. Will it look good on this? That might be too much pink on pink. Well, I kind of like it, but I don't know. I might have to figure out what I'm going to mat that on later. Hi, Kelly. Hello, hello. All right. So it does get a little warpy, with all that paste on here, but that's okay. I just use a lot of adhesive when I put it down. And I actually don't mind if my cards end up looking a little warped because, especially when it's like a mixed media kind of look like this, because that's just fun. In my opinion, it's just fun. All right. I'm going to go ahead and do this on here with like a couple little X staples. See, that's how I'm putting it on with my tiny attacher. I don't know why, I just love to make X's with it. If you don't like the look of staples, of course, you could just get some liquid glue and do it, like with a fine applicator. You could do the liquid glue and get it all on the back side there and attach it. But look how pretty that is. Oh gosh, I love that. So pretty. All right, and then I wanted to take some of these fun messages that are also a deal today and pick one out to put on here. Let's see. I wanted something maybe a little inspirational. You know what? I know what I'm going to do. I have a friend who is battling breast cancer, and I'm going to send this to her because it's pink and I love her. And this doesn't have to be a Valentine's Day card. And so I'm going to send her, I'm going to do sending you strength. Oh, by the way. Oh, no, that's paste on there. I'm like, wow, my nail polish is really chipped, but no, it's paste. I'm going to do sending you strength, and I'm going to send it to her. So yay for that. And this message set again is the essential sentiments. Essential sentiments. And it's part of the deal of the day today as well, because it's in the hearts and love category. But the sending you strength is really fantastic. Now, the question is, do I want to just do it? Let's see if you guys can answer me your thoughts on this. Should I do just black on white? Should I do gold embossing on white? Should I do white on black? White on black might kind of pop out with this message. Do you guys have any thoughts on it? Or do you want me to just do what I want? I'm going to wait a second and see if you guys have any thoughts on what color to do my message. And I think I'm going to cut it apart. Like I'm going to do sending you strength. I'm going to snip it. So I can do like sending you strength on there instead of one long. I could put one long across, but I kind of like the idea of cutting it up. White on black. Okay. Oh, gold embossing on white. Joan. Hi, Joan, by the way. I'm going to maybe white on. Okay. I have 2 for white on black. I'm going to try white on black, but then I might go back and try the other one as well. So we could try it on, gold on white. Okay. 2 votes for both. All right. Let's do both, and then we can try them on and see what we like. I'm going to have to probably run over and find my gold embossing powder. I have my white right here. That's another reason to do white. I have it right here. I am feeling better. Not 100%, but doing better for sure. This is a brand new stamp to me, so I need to just rubbing my fingers on it a little to help it along. Sending you straight. Do I have paper that looks like the gold paste? You mean like the same shade of gold? Like it's kind of a yellow gold, isn't it? So those two golds are kind of different, but I don't mind that. I don't know if I have a nice yellow gold paper like that, actually. Oh, or did you mean pink? Yes, I'm not sure which one you meant. I'm stamping in white, but I'm going to emboss it over top of it in white as well. Just FYI. I'm going to stamp that one more time, I think. We'll see if the black kind of looks too harsh. I'm not sure if it will or not. Kind of setting that off to the side. Oops. Yeah, it might, Adriana. That's a good point. That's what I'm wondering if the gold is or the black is going to be a little too harsh on it, but we'll see. It's always the hardest part for me, figuring out the message, which is kind of funny. And I just made a little bit of a powdery mess, but I have my cute little whatever this is from Brutus Monroe that has the, I think it's a unicorn tail, but I just use that to brush the powder off my desk and onto my floor, which is probably not the best idea, but isn't that fun? I just thought that was so fun. Silly thing I had to pick up. Hi, Leanne. Thank you. I am feeling a lot better. Getting there. It's a little messy with my embossing. Darn it. Maybe a black Sharpie opportunity. All right, and now let me get this cleaned up. I'll go get my gold powder and we'll try this again. Let's see. Trying to see if I had a scrap of white, but oh, did I get on that? That's weird. Okay, I'll be right back. I need to go get my gold powder. All right, I decided I found this gold, iridescent gold. I think it's a really, really bright gold. And so I'm going to try that along the lines of what Adriana was thinking to see how that one looks. And then we'll, I don't know where my embossing ink is. If I do white pigment ink with the gold embossing, is that going to, hopefully it'll cover it, right? I don't know. Do it one more time again. The gold will cover it. Thank you. It's having a little brain, whatever. I know I use the white so that if there's any holes in my white embossing, it'll kind of blend in. So then I'm like, well, maybe the white isn't a good idea under gold. Anyway, overthinking, right? Overthinking is fun. Okay, this stuff is magical, by the way. So pretty. So pretty. Look how pretty that is. Oh, I love it. It is the yellowest gold you've seen. It's really pretty. And if you do it on dark color cardstock, it's iridescent. So it has this really pretty shimmer. Look at how pretty that is. Love it. All right. So I'm going to trim these down and then we can decide which one is our winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Get some of this white powder off of this one. Eyeballing is never good. I should use some of the many smart techniques people like Jennifer have said to do on things like this, but why do that when you can just make your life difficult, right? Eyeballing it. Not terrible. What does Gina K say? Better than horrible? It's better than horrible. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I cut that too close. Darn it. That was not better than horrible. It's kind of horrible. Let's see. If I trim it out really close, let's see how it's going to look. I might have to redo it because I do like this gold powder. But I trimmed it too close. Hello, Alberto. How are you today? And I missed a little piece of my S on this one. Sending you straight. Hi, Deborah. How are you? Yeah, I cut that way too close. Sending strength. I think that actually kind of gets lost in there, honestly. Yeah, it's not necessarily cut wrong, it's just cut really close. So I don't even know if there's room to scribble on that. So let's look at our black and see what we think of this. And I'll just do it as one strip and then I'll think about whether I want to cut it apart like I just did with the other one, because I could just put it across like this. I mean, that definitely shows up better, but is it the wrong color on there? Is the black okay? I could always put a black mat on the back of the card to kind of tie it together. Some little piece of something on my card. What do we think of this? It's not put together. I'm just trying to help you guys see it since I have a black mat, but I could put the card on a black mat and then have the sending you strength in black across there. Is that good? Do we like that? And I hope the colors are showing. I think the colors are showing a little muted, at least on my screen. So before I commit, do you guys have any other ideas of the colors I should try before we go for it? Joan says the black doesn't feel cohesive. Maybe some black splatter. I could do some black splatter. I wish I didn't already put my hearts down, though, is the only thing. But I could do that. Oh, she says the black matte looks better. I could go in with some black splatter. Should we try it? The thing is, if I totally mess it up, this could be my practice card because I have my other embossing. You know, I have my other panel drying and I could just redo it. This isn't a very long and complicated card to make. So I have a second chance that I could redo the card if I totally mess it up. Uh-oh, Debbie's saying no. No on the black splatter. Well, Peggy, I like your style. You got a good style. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, I forget that some people can't see the comments from one platform to the other. So I try to read them, but sometimes I forget. But this is what Peggy said. I always steer to black mats, black sentiment strips, but that's my style. And that's why I said, I like your style. And then Adriana saying splatter or, oops, I think I missed it. Hold on. Or tiny embellishments to not scare Debbie. That's funny. Oh, I could cut out another when I splatter. That's a good idea. Joan, how could you strongly advise I don't listen to you? You are a creative genius. I'm always going to listen to you. All right, I'm going to cut out another one. You know, it wouldn't be the end of the world if I got black splatters on my hearts, but I'll just do another one real quick because why not? You're very blurry on Donna's screen. Am I blurry for you guys too? I've been having connection issues. Like our day one live was terrible on my face view, and I was so upset when I saw that after the fact because I didn't realize, but hopefully this isn't too terribly blurry. All right, I'm going to cut this, and I'm going to get my black out to do some splattering. Okay, here's this. Okay. This is what I'm going to use for my black splatter. This is Dina Wakley gloss spray in black. Joan says I'm a little blurry. Well, I don't know how to fix it at this point, except for I need to fix my whole setup because it's not the best. But okay, I'm just getting all the pieces out of my white die cut here that I did. Let's see if I just completely ruin everything. All right, I'm gonna put this down. I'm probably gonna get, Dina Wakley calls these the pocks. I'm putting the pocks on here. That's gonna kind of sort of mask it, but not really. I'm making the mess for you, Joan. She says it's like crafting without the mess when you watch lives. Ooh. Okay, guys, we did it. We have some black splatters. Let's see how that ties everything together. Let that dry a little bit. Clean this up. See how far and wide my splatters went. I got a little bit on my stapler. Oh, and on my mouse. I'll probably be finding black splatters later. That's okay. Splat box would have probably been a good idea, but oh well. Oh well. Try this off. So here we are with our splatters. Now this, I think I want to have popped up a little. Did not do a good job of trimming that. You know, on that trimmer, if you don't kind of push in as you do it, it gets kind of rough. So that was user error on my part. All right, I know I have some of those really thin not sentiment strips. Oh, come on, where is it? My foam tape is MIA. Hopefully, let's see if this will work. Go for these. Debbie recanted her no. Got to be brave when you craft and try things, right? You don't have to. Only if you want to. I do want to make something else with that iridescent gold powder now that I had it out again because it's so pretty. Need to figure that out. Okay, now down, kind of center, up. Should I have cut it apart like I was going to do the first time? Any thoughts on that before I put it down? I'm thinking right here, but Joan and others, you have better design sense than me. So where should I put this? I'm going to wait a second and see if anybody chimes in. And if not, I'm going to put it right where I have it. Adriana says the long strip. Good. Looks good there. Did you say that when it was where I have it right now? I wonder. These comments come in slightly delayed. So sometimes it's like, we're going to go there. I can still pull it off. So if anybody hates it there. Peggy likes it. Okay. Hopefully right now. Okay. We're done. We got it on there. And this is really warpy. I should have probably put it in a book or something before continuing on with this card, but that's okay. And then I'm going to mount it on here. And that will be our card for today. I think I'll put it on with some more foam because let me think for 1 second here, guys. I'm trying to think if I have any more long strips of foam instead of using these little squares so that I can really put some on there and hold it down good. Okay, I'm going to go look. So talk amongst yourself for a second. I'll turn my card back over so you can see. I'll be right back. I found this great big thing of black foam tape, which is kind of cool. Adriana, thank you. I love that you love my card. Yay. So look at that. This is from my friends at Scrapbook Adhesives by 3L. Great company. Does it rip? It does rip. Oh, love it. Love it. And again, I used the panel that I wasn't using. Use the back side of it because why not? So that's why it looks weird on the back. Sorry, little gnome. Not using you. I was playing with that when I did this card a little while back. I was watercoloring the gnome home and little gnome, but I decided not to use the gnome on this particular card. We'll see if I can get this to be at all flat because it is pretty warpy. That one I made a little too long. Ooh, this stuff is sticky, which is good in adhesive, I guess. Okay. Hopefully I don't smear any of my splatter. It's probably not completely dry. I need to put like something white down because I can't see what I'm doing. Black on black, you know? I'm centering things is not one of my strong suits. So we'll see how this goes. And this is really sticky foam adhesive. A lot of times I will put some liquid glue on top of it so that it won't. So I have a little wiggle room, and I didn't that time. I just went for it. It looks pretty centered. Not terrible. Better than horrible, as they say. All right, so there's our card, guys. Yay, I love it. I think it's so pretty. And when you can see the shimmer of that gold when I move it in the light. And hopefully my friend feels some strength when I send her this card in her battle. So, yeah. So Tina, if you happen to be tuned into this, I don't think you are, but if you are, this card's for you, my friend. I think you're amazing. So, all right. So again, this is from the sale going on today at MFT. It's the Hearts and Love category for a flash sale Friday. And I'll put this up one more time so you can see. Oops, that's the wrong one. Hold on. Sorry, wrong thing. 40% off on products. So the heart die that we use, the entwined hearts, and also the romantic script background are part of that category. It's 60 items in that category that are all 40% off. So it's a great deal. And also the message strip, the message set that I used, they're all in that category. Or you can also spend $25 on anything on the site and you get a free paper pad. If you guys aren't familiar with the paper pads at MFT, they're fantastic. You just pull some out here. You know, there's houndstooth, there's plaids, gingham, plaid, lots of different plaids, different sets as well, and just lots and lots of great paper pads. So that's another fun thing that's on special today. So go check it out. And thank you guys for tuning in. It always makes it more fun when I'm chatting with some people. And I will see you again tomorrow. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye.